Hello, welcome to this video and I hope you enjoy this video. And first like this video and subscribe to my channel. The foundation of iPhone production is closely tied to the partnership between Apple Incorporated and its key manufacturing partners, most notably Foxconn Technology Group, a Taiwanese multinational electronics contract manufacturer. The origins of iPhone manufacturing can be traced to several important events and decisions. 1. Apple's vision and strategy. When Apple was designing the iPhone, it sought to find a manufacturing partner that could handle the scale, complexity, and precision needed to mass-produce the devices. Apple decided to outsource manufacturing to specialized companies, rather than owning its own factories. This allowed them to focus on design, software, and user experience. 2. Foxconn's role. Foxconn, founded in 1974 by Terry Gou, became Apple's main manufacturing partner for the iPhone. Foxconn had the large-scale infrastructure and workforce necessary to build millions of iPhones quickly. It already had experience manufacturing for other major tech companies and had a large presence in China, where labor costs were lower, and supply chains for components were well established. 3. Shenzhen Factory, 2007. The first iPhone, released in 2007, was manufactured in Foxconn's massive factory in Shenzhen, China, known as Foxconn City. This factory complex houses hundreds of thousands of workers and is essentially a self-contained city that handles the assembly of iPhones and other Apple products. Over the years, Foxconn has expanded its operations in China to include several other facilities focused on iPhone assembly. 4. Growth and global expansion. As demand for iPhone skyrocketed, Foxconn and Apple expanded their manufacturing operations to other locations in China and beyond. Other companies, such as Pegatron and Wistron, also became involved in iPhone production to help meet demand. 5. Diversification of manufacturing locations. In recent years, Apple has worked to diversify its production locations to reduce dependency on China and mitigate risks from trade tensions or supply chain disruptions. This has led to the establishment of iPhone production facilities in countries like India and Vietnam. The foundation of iPhone factories, particularly through Foxconn, was crucial to Apple's ability to meet the global demand for the device while maintaining high-quality standards and competitive pricing. Apple has worked with numerous influential individuals over the years, both internally and externally, contributing to its iconic status. Here's a list of 10 of the most famous people associated with Apple. 1. Steve Jobs. Role: co-founder, CEO 1976 to 1985, 1997 to 2011. Legacy: Jobs is the most iconic figure associated with Apple, known for his vision and leadership in revolutionizing personal computing, music with the iPod, mobile phones with the iPhone, and media consumption with the iPad. His influence on Apple's product design and marketing remains central to the company's DNA. 2. Steve Wozniak. Role: co-founder, lead engineer, 1976 to 1985. Legacy: Wozniak, or Woz, was the technical genius behind Apple's early products, especially the Apple I and Apple II computers, which helped lay the foundation for the personal computing industry. While he stepped away from day-to-day involvement early, his engineering contributions were fundamental. 3. Tim Cook, role, CEO 2011-present, legacy. Cook took over as CEO after Steve Jobs' death in 2011. Known for his expertise in supply chain management, Cook has led Apple to become the first company to reach a $3 trillion market valuation. Under his leadership, Apple expanded its services business and invested in privacy, health, and sustainability. 4. Johnny Ive, role, Chief Design Officer, 1996 to 2019. Legacy. Ive was the design genius behind Apple's most iconic products, including the iMac, iPod, iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch. His minimalist design philosophy helped define Apple's product aesthetics and user experience, and his close collaboration with Steve Jobs helped shape Apple's modern identity. 5. John Sculley, role, CEO 1983 to 1993. Legacy. Sculley was recruited from PepsiCo by Steve Jobs to become Apple's CEO. He played a key role in the launch of the Macintosh in 1984. However, he is also famous for ousting Jobs from the company in 1985, a decision that marked a controversial period in Apple's history. Under Sculley, Apple struggled, but he also laid the groundwork for later product development. 6. Scott Forstall, role, Senior Vice President of iOS Software, 1997 to 2012. Legacy. Forstall was one of the key architects of the iPhone's iOS operating system. He helped bring Steve Jobs' vision for the iPhone software to life, creating the intuitive user interface that revolutionized smartphones. Forstall was also responsible for introducing skeuomorphic design, realistic textures and visuals in digital interfaces, which was a hallmark of early iOS versions. 7. Ron Johnson, role, Senior Vice President of Retail, 2000 to 2011. Legacy. Johnson was the mastermind behind Apple's retail stores, which redefined how electronics were sold, focusing on design, customer experience, and accessibility. He also introduced the Genius Bar concept. Under his leadership, Apple's retail strategy became a significant success and a key part of its brand. 8. Angela Ahrendts, role, Senior Vice President of Retail, 2014 to 2019. Legacy. Ahrendts, former CEO of Burberry, was recruited to run Apple's retail and online stores. She modernized Apple stores, emphasizing them as town squares where people could gather and experience Apple products. Her leadership helped Apple Retail reach new heights in revenue and brand presence. 9. Phil Schiller, role, Senior Vice President of Worldwide Marketing, 1997 to 2020. Legacy. Schiller was a key figure in Apple's product marketing and launch events, helping make products like the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad household names. His enthusiastic presentations alongside Steve Jobs became a signature of Apple's product announcements. 10. Tony Fadell, role, Lead Developer of the iPod, Senior VP of the iPod Division, 2001 to 2008. Legacy. Fadell is known as the father of the iPod. He helped revolutionize the music industry by creating the device that transformed Apple into a dominant player in consumer electronics. He later contributed to the early development of the iPhone before leaving Apple to co-found Nest, a smart home company. These individuals, with their diverse talents and contributions, helped shape Apple's trajectory, making it one of the most valuable and influential companies in the world. Apple's annual revenue has grown significantly over the years, reflecting its position as one of the largest companies in the world. For the fiscal year 2023, Apple reported total revenue of $383 billion. Apple's revenue comes from a variety of sources, including 1. iPhone, the largest contributor, accounting for around 50% of total revenue. 2. Services, including the App Store, iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and Apple Pay, which has become the company's second largest revenue stream. 3. Mac, desktop and laptop computers, including the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, iMac, and Mac Mini. 4. iPad, tablets, including the iPad Pro, iPad Air, and standard iPads. 5. Wearables, home, and accessories. This category includes products like the Apple Watch, AirPods, HomePod, and accessories like cases, chargers, etc. Apple consistently generates profits in the tens of billions annually. For instance, in fiscal year 2023, Apple reported a net income of approximately $96 billion, demonstrating its strong profitability across multiple product lines and services. It's done. I hope like this video.